Herb, I have something to confess.
What's that, Don?
I hate fishing.
If you don't fish, you don't eat.
All right, I'll fish, but I'm not hooked on it.
Quit baiting me. It's time to catch Beakman.
He's got a good line.
Yeah, it's a real good show.
There is enough phosphorus in the human body to make 2,000 match tips. I'm Beakman, and you've just broken into Beakman's World.
I am never going to line up these colors. It's impossible.
Impossible? I don't know the meaning of the word. Just a matter of logic.
Oh, I'm aching with answers. Cure me with a question, Phoebe.
Ooh, massaging with a message, boss.
Okay, Graham Warren of Sheffield, England writes, Dear Beakman, are apes really the closest links to humans?
A primate query. We're going ape for your question, Graham.
And I'm the gorilla your dream.
I can't wait. We've got a date you can't hate. Primates. Primates are the group of mammals that include human beings and the animals that most closely resemble us. Scientists classify about 180 species as primates. Anthropoids are the primate group that includes human beings, apes, and monkeys.
I hate to intrude, Beakman about town, but I was wondering, what is the difference between an ape and a monkey?
Apes don't have tails. Almost all monkeys do. Monkeys are almost always smaller than apes and are usually less intelligent.
And Phoebe-tastically done, you little monkey. Now there are 4 major kinds of apes. Orangutans, gibbons, and gorillas.
Hey, you said there were 4 kinds of apes, and yet you only showed us 3.
Oops! I purposely failed to mention the 4th member of the ape family because he just happens to be our special guest today.
He lives right down the street, which makes him a chimp off the old block.
Put your hairy hands together for
Eddie, the chimpanzee.
Eddie. I'd like you to meet Phoebe.
Hey, Eddie, high five. Low five. Oh.
All right, Eddie, that's enough. And that is Lester.
Hey, Eddie. It never really fails, does it? It's national television, and I'm getting mocked by a chimpanzee.
The chimpanzee is extraordinarily intelligent and resembles human beings more closely than any other animal.
And chimpanzees have something else in common with people. They use tools.
They use twigs as tools to dig termites out of trees. New nacho cheese flavor, Eddie.
They also use leaves to make sponges for soaking up water.
Aha! Compare and contrast, Beakman and the Moon. Instead of using leaves as a sponge, I go out on a limb and use a sponge as a sponge. Your thoughts, Eddie?
Chimps and humans have a lot in common. Scientists study chimps to observe certain kinds of behavior like communication, learning ability, and intelligence.
It has also been proven that chimps can be taught to understand human language.
By teaching chimps sign language over a period of many years, scientists can actually begin to communicate with them. And sign language isn't the only way chimps communicate. They also bark, and grunt, and scream.
What? Like I don't?
Africa is the home of the chimpanzee. They live in groups of 60 to 80. They roam the forest and make their nests in trees wherever they happen to be for the night. Yup, they have no permanent homes.
In the wild, chimps live from 30 to 38 years. They live from 40 to 60 years in captivity.
The greatest threat to chimpanzees in the wild comes from another primate. People.
Hello again. Hello.
Not only do we capture them for research,
Open wide.
but in some countries, they're on the dinner menu.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Eddie.
And as we clear more and more forests to make room for ourselves, these animals have fewer and fewer places to live.
Gee, I feel bad for the little guy now. You can live with me, Eddie. Do you mind sharing a bathroom?
Some African countries have realized how important chimps and other great apes are and have passed laws to protect them.
So, Grand Warren of Sheffield, UK, chimps, yes, are a lot like people.
And when you speak of them,
Speak no evil
hear no evil.
and see no evil. Oh.
Coming up next, it's my turn to humiliate Lester on the Phoebe Challenge. Oh, I'm taking no prisoners, and I challenge you to stay right there.
Beakman's World will be right back. And now, back to Beakman's World.
Come, all ye faithful. It's time to turn on your neurons. Here he is, the, editor of edification. I'm, the correspondent of cordiality. The Victor French, who's always a mensch. The one, the only, the Beakman!
You twist them, I'll miss them. Let's grind.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Question. Bob Stocksdale of Berkeley, California writes, Dear Beakman, was there really a man named Johnny Appleseed who planted apple trees everywhere he went?
Oh, sure. He was best friends with Timmy Tulip Bulb and Joey Potato Head. Next question.
Real answer, yes. There was a man people called Johnny Appleseed. His real name was John Chapman, and he lived from 1774 until 1845. He planted apple seeds all over the eastern and midwestern United States. And some of the apple trees he planted are still alive.
But they're kind of old and walk with the aid of artificial limbs. Question numero 20, if you pleasey, Phoebe.
Question. What single item takes up the most area in landfills?
Answer, land and plenty of it.
No.
Am I close?
No! Correct answer. Read all about it. Newspapers. Your local puppy trainer takes up to 16% of all landfills.
Question. Do all animals have red blood like us?
Answer. No. In fact, grasshoppers have white blood and lobsters have blue blood. You know, Phoebe, I've been reviewing your application here for challenge status. I tell you, I've only got one thing to say. Congratulations! It's time for...
The TV Challenge! As a fully accredited member of Challenge Local 457, I hereby challenge you to turn this glass of water into 6 glasses of water.
Well, you are in luck because making water just happens to be a specialty of mine. Excuse me.
Not that way.
Well, in that case, I don't have a clue.
Behold! The FECO water multiplying machine. It turns 1 glass of water into... of water.
Ta-ding! This thing could make us bajillions. Tell you what, I'll be your partner.
Okay, partner. Why don't you explain to the folks at home how our little machine works?
Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here is all you do. Just pour a small amount of water into the patented Lester water multiplier and say hello to the flow. Hey! It's busted!
No, Lester! It's science! The water level in the bottle came up almost high enough to fill the tube inside. When I poured in that glass of water, the water level rose both outside and inside the tube. Once the water level inside the tube was high enough to go over the hump and down the other side, the difference in water pressure caused the water to flow out. A tube that uses differences in water pressure to move liquids from one place to another is called a siphon.
So, no instant water machine? No infomercials? No supermodels?
Nope. Just another cheap trick to humiliate a guy in a rat suit.
Coming up next, if they need my vote for the most fascinating part of the human body, the eyes have it. You've got to see it to believe it. I'll be right back, so don't even blink.
Beakman's World will be right back. And now, back to Beakman's World.
I'm crashing this party! Phoebe, punch bowl me with a question, please.
Here's one from Cozy Fink in Sydney, Montana. Dear Beakman, does going to the eye doctor hurt?
Let's get cozy and think about this.
Better yet, I just got off the horn with my brother Beakman, and he's on his way to the optometrist, the eye doctor, to get an eye exam right now.
Hello, Doctor.
It's nice to see you again, Beakman. You're looking good.
Well, if I'm looking good, then I guess I don't need to have my eyes checked.
Now, Beakman, relax. Getting your eyes examined is easy, and it doesn't hurt a bit.
Yeah, sure. Do I have to take my clothes off?
Why, no. Just your glasses. First, I need to find out how well and what he can see. Cover your left eye, Beakman, and read the first line on the eye chart.
Read? No one told me there would be reading on this test. I didn't study.
Then we'll use the picture chart instead.
Okay. There's a sailboat, a zero, a plus sign, a hack actor in a rat suit.
Looking good. And most important, seeing good.
Seeing well. Whoa! What is that big scary thing?
Why, it's an autorefractor. It uses a beam of infrared light to measure the ability of your eyes to see things.
No way, you quack! He's not gonna shoot infrared light into my eyes.
He's been watching too many science fiction movies, which could explain the hair. This infrared light won't hurt him one bit.
Yeah, right.
This machine can tell me if he has trouble seeing far away or up close, or both. There. All done.
Oh, it's a monster. It's looking at me.
No, it's a four-opter, Beakman, and I need you to look through it. Look at that eye chart right over there. Now, when I change the lenses, can you see the chart better or worse?
Worse.
How about now?
Better.
I'll keep adjusting the strength of the lenses until Beakman tells me he can see the chart real clearly.
Really clearly.
Now I watch your eyes move to check their coordination, to see if they're working well when you read or play ball.
When you read or play ball. When you read or play ball.
Next, I'm going to put these drops in his eyes to make his pupils really big.
Oh, no, you're not. Oh, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Don't do it.
I already did it.
You did?
That's right. And now that they're bigger, I can get a better look at what's going on inside his eye. I'm looking at your retina at the very back of your eyeball.
Oh.
It's the only place in your body where I can watch your blood vessels at work.
Oh.
Their condition tells me about your eye's health, your blood pressure, and other things.
Oh.
I can see fibers of your optic nerve, and I can check your eye's lens and its color. Not everybody who comes to me needs glasses, but everybody should have their eyes checked every year to keep their eyes healthy and looking their best. Well, Beakman, what do you think?
They're just not me. I like my old ones better.
No problem. Now what do you think?
Better!
Next.
So Cozy Fink from the town of Sydney.
That's how your eyes work.
Don't ask us about your kidney.
Amber Olson of Eagan, Minnesota asks, Dear Beakman, how do pearls get formed in an oyster shell? Well, we will try and answer sponsor out of Beakman right after this.
Beakman's World will be right back. And now, back to Beakman's World.
Unlike other precious gems, a pearl is not found in the ground. It's found inside an oyster.
And oysters produce a special substance called nacre that lines the inside of their shells.
When a bit of shell or a tiny parasite, not sand as you may have heard, gets into an oyster, the oyster protects itself by covering the invader with layers of nacre.
Layer after layer wraps around the particle until it becomes a beautiful pearl.
And that's our final pearl of wisdom for today.
And thankfully, our final pun.
See you next time.
On Beakman's World.
Don, what in the South Pole is on your beak?
Glasses, Herb. I think they've really improved my vision.
Really?
Yeah, for instance, I always thought you were a penguin.
What do you think I am now?
2 penguins.
Take off those glasses.
All right. Herb, turn off those 6 TVs.